Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here's a brand new video where I'm going to be going over all of the new comics that I got today, February 10th. So here's all the new releases. As always, let's pull out these comics. Here we've got a good stack. And as always, let's get rid of the bag. Alright, now that that's over with, let's get right into this stack. So first off today, I've got a brand new Image comic that I'm honestly pretty excited about. I really don't know anything about it, but here we've got Radiant Black #1. This is a brand new superhero comic from Image. As far as I know, I don't think they're publishing any other superhero comics. Probably some of you have heard of Invincible. Here I've got like some of the collections back here. But this was Image Comics' most famous superhero comic ever. But you know, they're not that well known for their superhero comics. That's more of a Marvel and DC thing. So Radiant Black is written by Kyle Higgins, and art is by Marcelo Costa. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I don't even know what this character's powers are or anything, but we've got kind of a black hole thing going on in the cover. And I like that costume, so we'll see. That's Radiant Black #1. Alright, next up I've got a couple King in Black tie-ins. First off, we've got Fantastic Four. This is number 28. This is written by Dan Slott, and guest art, I guess, is by Zay Carlos. First King in Black tie-in from Fantastic Four. I guess we'll see how Marvel's First Family is doing during this whole Null Earth takeover. I think we saw Johnny Storm like almost sacrifice himself in a way, and maybe King in Black #2. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe we'll see the aftermath of the lead up to that in this issue. But his fire, I guess, is a weakness to symbiotes. Fire is one of their very few weaknesses. Okay, next up, this time they do have the King in Black emblem in the corner, sort of. This is S.W.O.R.D #3. If you remember in one of my previous hauls, I was talking about how S.W.O.R.D #2 was also like a complete King in Black tie-in, but they didn't have the logo in the corner like all the other King in Black tie-ins do. And now this one does, except Manifold's, I think that's his name, Manifold's hair here is like covering most of the logo. I don't know what the deal is. Why can't they just put the King in Black logo in the corner? I was seeing on the cover though that there's like a bunch of guest artists on this issue. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, this issue is written by Al Ewing with art by Bernard Chang, Ray Anthony Height, Nico Leone, and Valerio Schiti. We're seeing how the X-Men and their Sword Station are dealing with King in Black and protecting Krakoa and the whole world in the S.W.O.R.D Interplanetary Defense Station. I'm not really invested in this comic yet. There's still a bunch of new characters that I don't know that much about, like old characters from old X-Men history, but I'm gonna keep on picking it up just to see where it goes, and it'll be cool to see this tying into maybe some other big Marvel events whenever they happen. Okay, this one I'm also really curious about. This is Eternals #2. Last month we got #1, and it was pretty interesting. I did enjoy it. This issue is written by Kieran Gillen with art by Asad Rabik and colors by Matthew Wilson, so that's definitely a great creative team. I especially liked the art in the last issue, and we were just getting like a lot of information about the Eternals and their whole deal, what they're here for, and also the Leviathans, these monsters that they have to battle. It's not really a spoiler because you can see it on the cover here, but last issue we had a Thanos cliffhanger, and it looked like Icarus, who's basically the main character so far, one of the Eternals, is gonna go against Thanos in this issue. Still no explanation for how Thanos is just in this comic. If you don't already know, he died in the Infinity Wars event and hasn't been like resurrected or anything since then. As far as I know, he's still dead. That's Eternals #2. Okay, this is Amazing Spider-Man #59. Here we have the cover. Spider-Man being held at sword point by Mr. Negative. I actually still haven't read last issue because Diamond still hasn't shipped the comics to my comic shop for the week that the last issue came out. Once that last issue comes in, I'll be able to read 2 issues of Amazing Spider-Man in a row, so that'll be definitely fun. This issue is written by Nick Spencer. Art is by Marcelo Ferreira, so I'm excited to read this issue when I can. Alright, next up, I think this got pushed back like a month, so I've been waiting for this for a while, but Wolverine Black, White, and Blood #3. If you don't know, this is the series where each issue collects 3 short stories by different writers and artists, and the rule is that the blood is red. Also, some of the creators on this comic have been making other things red and making like good creative choices that actually have been pretty cool. So I'm excited to see more of Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. Next issue is the last one, so it's just a little mini-series. And Marvel also announced that after this is Carnage Red and Black, I think. I'm not sure what the colors were for that one, but they're going to continue this trend. And DC is also doing like a Batman black and white right now, and they have a Superman thing planned for the future. So both companies are definitely hopping on this limited colors train. So yeah, that's Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, number 3. Okay, and finally I've got X-Force, number 17. This is a Valentine's Day themed cover here, with Quentin Quire and Phoebe Cuckoo, I think. We'll see what happens with this issue. X-Force is always a great series. As usual, this is written by Benjamin Percy with art by Joshua Cassara, who's been doing a great job on X-Force. I've really been liking all the issues. I think this issue is going to be centered around Quentin Quire based on the cover. I don't know exactly what this issue is going to be about. I don't think there's been much description for it, but probably the start of a new story arc. Or maybe just kind of a one-off story, we'll see. So that's X-Force number 17. Also, when I got to my comic shop, they were still unpacking this week's comic, so I just missed one comic, and I'll go over it just digitally. The other comic that I'll probably end up picking up next week, but that I would have gotten today, is King in Black Thunderbolts number 2. I really like the first issue, this new team of Thunderbolts that have been hired by Wilson Fisk. It's a great lineup, and we saw them going against Symbiote Dragons last issue on their mission. That issue is written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by Juan Ferreira. Alright, so that's every single one of the issues that I picked up this week. Looks like it's going to be a great week. Whole bunch of great titles. I'm probably the most excited to try out Radiant Black just because I don't know anything about that one, so we'll see. Also guys, before the video ends, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It's the big red button on the right corner below the video, and you can also turn on the notifications bell and you'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. I post these comic book haul videos every single week when I get new comics, and on weekends I post breaking news videos and deeper dives into Marvel history. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're looking forward to reading this week, or just what you picked up at the local comic shop. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.